What's up? My name is Renegade and welcome to RGR. Today I will be reviewing and rating. Alright, today we'll be talking about the widely acclaimed Windrose and kind of diving into why it's so popular, or why I think it's so popular. And it is a survival game first. Let's say, I will say it's Ark Survival mixed with a Souls game wrapped in a pirate themed skin. That's the best I can really give it to you, and we're going to dive into why. So, first we have gameplay. So, the gameplay is, like I said, a pirate survival game. So, at the beginning, you start, you build your ship, you sail around to different islands. Sorry, had a little brain fart there. Different islands, and the combat is where it's kind of Souls like. It's kind of slow and bland. Like, there's not like combos or anything. It's light attack, heavy attack, parry, dodge. But it's just kind of slow, and you can farm enemies pretty easily, I would say. You'll see me die probably in some of these videos plenty of times. But it's just kind of bland. It really the big draw for this game, and what I found and what I think, is the crafting survival mechanics. Like, the base building is fun. If you are a survival lover, this you'll like this game. Like the Ark Survival, Ark Ascended. If you like those games, I think that's where the big draw for this game is. And plus, everybody likes pirates, so with the pirate themed skin, I think that's where the big draw comes from. But the gameplay, the combat, it is still in early access. I will preface this: it's in early access, so take that what you will. It will probably get better with updates. There will be more to it, but and I hope they have the survival mechanics and the crafting pretty ironed out. And with these kind of games, at the beginning, it's just chop down some wood, get some stone, build some basic stuff. But by the time you get to the third location, everything's so convoluted, and there are so many different materials and resources. Combine this to get that. And for me, I'm not a huge fan of survival games. Once it gets to that point, I don't know. It's just I'm more into the combat and ship fighting in games like this. But if you're a lover, you will love it. The combat's just not there for me. When you get surrounded by enemies, it gets a little difficult. Dodge out of the way, and you have weapons that have different stat boosts, all that kind of stuff. Nothing really crazy. I'll give the gameplay rating that I'm giving is mainly because of the crafting and base building. Because other than that, gameplay's kind of so-so. I'll give gameplay a 7 out of 10. Multiplayer co-op. This game is PvE, and you can play with your friends. There is no PvP. I did not have any friends that would get this game with me, Andrew. So I just played solo, which I like that. You are able to play solo, and there's not PvP at this moment. So people, like with Ark, people can't just come kill you whenever they want. So that's kind of nice. I played solo, so I will not be giving this a multiplayer co-op rating. Story for this is it's not really, it's basically just the cart that you ride through the game on. So it really did not grab my attention. You are a pirate captain going out for revenge. Your ship is destroyed at the beginning, and you have to rebuild from scratch and fight against the legendary pirate Blackbeard and his supernatural forces. So, like I said, the story's kind of basic. It did not grab my attention at all. So it's blah. It's just basically the ride that you get through the game on. But there's plenty of side quests, plenty of things to do. I give story a 5 out of 10. Replayability, as of right now, with these kind of games, there's always going to be replayability. You can always go back, make your base bigger and better, make more bases bigger and better. So there's always going to be a replayability aspect. But until they add more things to it, and maybe PvP areas, PvP ship combat, I just can't really give this a super high replayability score, because at the end of the day, you just go back, build bigger base. So replayability gets a 6 out of 10. Monetary value, this game is $30, and I spent 34 hours playing it so far, that comes out to 88 cents per hour. And I think that's a great value. With a game like this, you can just keep playing forever and ever and keep building bigger and better if you want to, if that's your cup of tea. And I think this is a great time spender. You can really put plenty of hours into this, learning all what resources do what you need to craft this. I'll give monetary value a 9 out of 10. And fun. The combat got kind of stale. I didn't really greatly enjoy the combat. Some of the boss battles are pretty fun, but the combat itself, even the ship combat, it's just, I mean, it's not even, to me, it's not even better than like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I've never played Sea of Thieves. I want to, but I'll have to play that later and then compare it from there. But it's just so so. I enjoyed it for what it was for a little while. But like I said, I'm not a big survival game liker. Like I can play Ark for a little bit. I could play this for a little bit. If this was more focused on being a pirate and more of the ship combat and the boarding's a little bit jank. So it's just after a while it got pretty stale for me. I give Fun a 6.5 out of 10. With all that being said, the total rating comes out to a 6.7 out of 10. And I do think if you are a lover of survival games and crafting and building, kind of like Minecraft, you're going to love this game. You're going to build some. I've seen pictures of some crazy things that people have built so far. But just the grindiness of that is not where I love. This is just my opinion at the end of the day. If you are like me and like the kind of games I like, and you're not a big fan of survival games, maybe this game ain't the one for you. But if you are a lover of crafting survival mechanics, you'll have a lot of fun with this game. Thank y'all for sticking with me this long, and I'll catch you in the next one.